a little delay. Sorry. Hello. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, America. And I'm glad we take care of the small technology as usual. Dr. Maria always have a technology problems here. If you are at my age and you do not have one, at least once, then you're amazing. So good morning, and today is a beautiful day. We can start a beautiful day here. And I would like to share with you about how this is going to be done just for a few minutes, maybe before I invite my first speaker. Everyone, before we start, as usual, I would like to update you with what's going on this year. And I would like to tell you about this party. And as for it's a private party for patients, you are allowed to invite your friends, give them the ID and the password. They can join us, except that only patients get our gift. Okay. Well, everyone who join and would like to have one small gift from me, which is a big education, is the book, they are welcome. Now, let me start with sharing, one moment, just a second. Boy, okay. Just one moment, I cannot see myself either, so let me see, speaker. Yes, so I have to open this one. And one, just a second. I have to, okay. Can you see me now? You can see me now? Yes, okay. All right. So do I have to admit anyone who wants to come in? I do, or you do? I'm so sorry. This is a technical things that I don't know how to do. Okay. Rajan, can you please just put on the speaker only, because then all the patients are now on the screen, no? Okay, never mind. It's okay. So make sure you admit Dr. Cynthia and Dr. Howard Robin, please. Yes.
I'm already in.
Let me share what I'm going to share. Hi, Dr. Robbins. Hi. Thank you for coming. Okay, let me share what we are going to do first. Okay, I'm going to share here. So share screen. Okay, I have my screen. Yes, and I will share this one with you all. Okay, one moment. Okay, so all right. Everyone see that, right? Okay, okay. So today is the 37th year of Patients Appreciation Party. We do it every year. I apologize because of this COVID is still making a lot of noises, so we cannot have the party physically, but the virtual party hopefully will be better this year compared to last year. And what do you... Okay, so okay, I'm so sorry. We are still doing all these technical difficulties thing. So for people who come into this party and do not know where we are, my office is the address is 890 South Arroyo Parkway, Pasadena, California, 91105. And phone number is 626-403-9000. Let me introduce myself again then, because some people do not know who I am. I'm Dr. Maria Sulindro. I'm specializing in integrative anti-aging medicine. And this is what I'm practicing here. We have a small 3,500 square feet comprehensive clinic here, where we see all patients who are willing to learn more than just an average health. So the integrative medicine is actually doctors who are practicing medicine for preventive disease. Basically, we review your whole body with either blood test, saliva testing, hair testing, epigenetic or genetic testing. All of these, we do it here. I've been practicing for 38 years, and this is what I specialize in here, although my basic specialty is physical medicine and rehab, and I did a pain management fellowship. Then I changed to integrative or advancement in medicine initially, then anti-aging. Okay, the next slide. I'm going to share with you, okay, how to, okay, one moment. So this one must be like this. Okay, so this is the invitation for those who did not receive it. I apologize, but it is in your constant contact. Some of you still calling and thinking that they're going to be sent a link in their text. No, it's through the email. Please tell your friend it's through the email. If you have difficulties, you can call us and we will try to help you. 2019, before the COVID started, we mourned because we lost our father in August 2019. So he's rest in peace with Mama, and we miss him a lot. That's my father, and he was 93 years young. And then this one, you might probably met him many years. He has helped me more than 20 years with a PA system during our party. This was the party in 2018, and he passed away in 2020 from kidney cancer, I think. So Rick, rest in peace, and we really missed you. The Oak Tree Inn restaurant was very delicious. I'm showing you all the pictures that in the last party we had, and we usually tent the parking lot at the back, and we have the last time we had valet parking for you, and we enjoyed the food, right? So this is the same thing to this year. Even though we cannot meet physically, we give you the luncheon gift card. And taco was one of our what do you call it, vendor. Every year we have taco, and their taco is so good. It is organic and corn, tortillas, and also soft taco with 3 different organic meats. And we miss you, taco. And this one is, one moment. This one is showing you how we sit, maybe 10 per table, and we had 150 people, and we have speakers. Sometimes I had 4 speakers because I have to let them in. They are very good speakers with innovative technology and finding in integrative medicine. So I really like to share with my patient. And usually I focus in the new things. Like, for example, last week, we were in anti-aging medicine conference in Las Vegas, and all the talk was about how to improve your quality of life when you already have done longevity. So you want to live in your longevity, not just alive, be alive. Okay. So the topic for this coming up year is mostly like peptide, or I think we learn a lot more on the exosome from the stem cell, things like that. I will share with you in the YouTube in upcoming year. Time went very fast, and the new party, the virtual party, was done last year. And whatever we did, we felt that it was very stressful, but now we are more relaxed, although we still have a little bit technical difficulties, but we overcome it. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Look at who is in the picture. And I miss them all because some of them cannot come to the physical party, but many of them do not know how to do Zoom. It's very funny because they think the Zoom is like the camera Zoom, And I said, no, this is an application that, just forget it. I cannot do it. So I'm so sorry. We'll probably have one YouTube to teach you how to do Zoom. And then How much can you eat during the party? No problem. It's once a year, and whatever you see, you think it's good. We did not put MSG. We did not use anything that is dangerous. So this is as healthy as you can be if you cater from a restaurant. I told them not to use gluten, because many of my patients decided to do a gluten-free diet. Long drive. Some of them are from Loma Linda, which is as close as what we think it's an hour drive. But many of them comes from out of state sometimes, like Las Vegas, or that's Nevada, or some of them will fly in, and we do see international patients as well. Yes, look at that. It's we can binge whatever we want during the party. And what I missed here is, of course, you. This party is for patient. We appreciate you being patient and supporting our business. Look at this, let me see, where is my pointer? So I'm going to use my pointer here. And this is Eugene Barnett, who actually is a very innovative guy in any treatment using their Hemalumen, Metalumen, Teralumen. Some of you have already benefited from the Teralumen, and I hope one of the patients I choose will give a testimonial. Thanks for the dessert. Yes, the desserts are usually sponsored by the vendors, like people, manufacturer of my supplements. We do private label, and we do compost or compound our own supplements, just so you know. But I do provide also supplements that we cannot make. Most of the liquid one, I get supplements from a different company because I cannot make liquid yet, okay? Now, look at the young and lovely. This is Casey, and she will tell you today about her experience in integrative medicine. And my goodness, I actually treated her dog that was deaf, and we used an ear insufflation ozone, and the dog could hear. That was fantastic. But I'm not a vet doctor, so I choose to treat human. Okay, these were our staff up until this year in August, because Amanda decided to stay at home to study more. I'm sorry, this is too fast. Let me explain. To study more and to be an LVN. Raji is blessed with a baby girl, and then she's going to say something. And Wei is so overnight becomes Raji and Amanda both given her talent. We're very, very happy. And Dr. Shirley Tran is going to Arizona and live there for good. Now, the best support is, of course, you have seen him lately, 2 to 3 months, and it's from your better half, always, right? Herman, my better half. Okay. Now, perfect effect of pandemic, Herman becomes the front office. So please be good to him, because I cannot fire him and he cannot quit. Now, I would like to introduce the new strain we have, Angels in 2021 and 22. Yenny, Wei continues to be the trainer here, and Rini been with us for many years and continues to be with us. So this is an overview of what is going to happen. Dr. Harold Robbins will actually talk about ozone again, because the fact that our YouTube video was taken down by YouTube because of we cannot mention COVID-19, as you probably know. And this one always followed after the speaker by testimonials and give raffles. So I'm going to call for the testimonial, and then hopefully these people will actually come right away and then give 2 minutes testimonial. I hope it's good. Okay. And then the second speaker is Dr. Cynthia Shelbilin. I thought, well, every year we talk about content. So this time we are going to share with you who is going to be an astronaut in the hopefully near future is Dr. Cynthia Shelbilin. She is an MD, emergency medicine, and her goal is to be an astronaut. Okay, so we'll share with you our experience in watching the Inspiration 4 launching. So it's Falcon 9 in Florida. That was September 15. And then another testimonial followed by gift raffles. Don't go away. And 12:30, we aim to finish by 12:30 with a positive attitude and health. Now, let me introduce Dr. Howard Robin. And let me stop sharing here. And, okay. Dr. Howard Robin is a doctor of podiatric medicine. And then he has an ozonedoctor.com website. Go and check who he is. And he's actually my teacher, my professor in teaching me how to do direct injection. And Dr. Howard, many patients have benefited from that. Okay. So he is an expert in bio-oxidative medicine, where I actually joined the association in 1987. So a long time ago. And this is, I think it's the best treatment if you can take it. And Dr. Howard Robin will share with us about this one. Okay, Dr. Robin.
It's my turn.
Your turn. Okay, one moment. Oh, sorry, it's gallery. Hi, everyone. Sorry. Okay, so speaker. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Robin.
Okay.
Do you mind? Just go ahead, and you have 15% to talk, and then we allow the patients to ask questions if there are questions. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you.
Let me start by saying we only have a little time, so I'm just going to give you an abbreviated everything and really laser it. So first of all, my very first speaking engagement as in ozone was in 2012 in Malaysia at a World Congress on Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine, because ozone therapy is amazingly beneficial at retarding the aging process. If you want to take a look, I always like to say I've done so much of it, but I am 73 years old. I don't dye my hair. I have a full head of hair, which no one in my family has on either side. None of the my grandparents, some parents, everybody lost hair. I stay relatively young in energy. I only need about 4.5 hours, 4 hours of sleep a night to be extremely energized. And I attribute it to living a healthy lifestyle and doing vitamin C drips and a huge amount of bio-oxidative therapy, ozone therapy. So let me say that we're finishing up this month my 31st year doing intravenous ozone therapy. We've done over 390,000 treatments, proving not only its benefits, but its safety. I've only had 2 patients who had what I would call an allergic or sensitivity reaction to ozone, so I had to stop treating them. When ozone enters your blood, it's going to destroy every virus, even the ones we can't mention. Every virus, every fungus, every yeast, every mold, every bacteria, every parasite, toxin, and every harmful free radical is destroyed by it in your body. It'll even take toxic metals off nerve tissue, as well as out of your blood and cells, of course. It'll even take toxic metals off nerve tissue, which regular chelation therapy cannot do, and that's where all the damage is done. It has a bunch of side effects. Hair and nails grow healthier and faster. Skin takes on a healthier look because it gets rid of virtually every skin problem we've ever seen. People fall asleep easier, sleep better, need less sleep, more energy all day long, more stamina and endurance, even for a workout in a gym right afterwards. It acts as a painkiller and an anti-inflammatory. It actually stimulates the body to make abundant amounts of natural stem cells, which accounts for what I call fixing the unfixable and repairing the unrepairable. It has circulation benefits, many of them, opening up the circulation by chelating, melting down calcified plaques in the arteries, making the red blood cells rounder so they flow smoother, easier, and less viscous, as well as being more flexible so they can slip through narrowed, clogged, and hardened arteries better. So ozone has been used to treat every autoimmune disease, virtually every virus, including Ebola, bacterial infections like Lyme disease, including the spirochetes, pretty much every kind of medical problem you can imagine, except genetic disorders. It does not work on genetic disorders such as cerebral palsy and muscular dystrophy. While we've seen great success with multiple sclerosis, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, all the rheumatoid diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, scleroderma, lupus, just to name some, and of course, Lyme disease and all its co-infections and manifestations. So it has, and that's why it suffers. It suffers for two reasons. First, everything you just heard, it's so versatile. It has such tremendous versatility at fixing so many different problems in the human body, it sounds too good to be true. And the rule is, if it sounds too good to be true, it must be too good to be true. Well, that I don't disagree. But in essence, there is always an exception to a rule, and ozone is the exception to the rule. The second thing it suffers from is the fact that it has to be made at the moment you need it. It is not, how should I put it, storable. Yeah, you can't store it. You can't put it into a capsule or a tablet or a powder. You can't put it into a bottle or a container and hold it because it's highly reactive and it breaks down into oxygen very rapidly from O3, which is what ozone is, made from oxygen. So the fact that it's not a patentable medicine, Big Pharma in this country has had no interest in researching it. So it suffers for that reason as well, because they're not out there promoting it. On the other hand, there's literally hundreds upon hundreds of research articles on ozone therapy. If you go to PubMed.gov, PubMed.gov, our National Library of Medicine, and you put in search intravenous ozone therapy, you'll come up with over 100 papers that have been published, including several of my own, and papers with Dr. Robert Rowan, my good buddy from up in Santa Rosa. So you're going to come up with a whole bunch of research papers showing how ozone has been used for virtually more medical problems than you can even imagine. For cancer, it's been used to treat cancer for over 75 years, and there's literally dozens of published studies starting back in the 1950s, many of which have not been translated into English, but many of them which are. Keep in mind, there's probably well over 50,000 physicians using this in tens of thousands of offices and clinics around the world now for 3/4 of a century in what I call the modern ozone era, since World War II. So there's nothing new about it, even though it may be something people just now heard about. Dr. Rowan and I were invited by the president of Sierra Leone in 2014, and we went there in October of 2014 at the height of the Ebola pandemic, and we trained doctors in my method of ozone therapy that I took and tweaked and pioneered into a safer, more effective way of doing what we call direct IV ozone, where we literally push the gas directly into your veins. And of course, out of my 390,000 treatments, I've done by the end of this month, over 330,000 direct IV methods. So you don't have to worry about emboli or any of these other crazy things that people may have heard. In fact, with that method, there has never been a recorded death anywhere in the world. And that is why it is the most popular method of using it, because it's literally the fastest, easiest, and safest And it allows us to use extremely little, very small veins. The unfortunate thing is the blood methods of ozone that allows us to do hyperbaric high dose ozone with multipass, what we call 10 pass on the internet, and use the hemolumin that Gene uses. We have that in the office as well. Blood methods of ozone require relatively large, strong veins, and most people don't have it. Actually, 6 to 7 out of 10 don't have veins that are big enough to do the blood methods.
Yes.
So what do you do for those people? Well, we have direct IV ozone. So literally, we can help virtually almost anyone who walks into the office. So we were successful at treating Ebola, and we published in the African Journal of Infectious Disease. We've also published on other viruses that we're not allowed to discuss in the Journal of Infectious Diseases and Epidemiology, and people could look that up. In fact, I've done a number of my own radio shows because I go on voiceamerica.com, the health and wellness channel, and my show, Functional Medicine with Dr. Robbins, I do live every week. And it's also, like yours, archived so people can download and listen anytime they want to listen to it. We've been doing this show for over a year and a half now. Last week's show tells everybody how to treat viral infections and how to prevent viral infections of all kinds safely using natural methods at home. So people can go to voiceamerica.com, health and wellness channel, Functional Medicine with Dr. Robbins, and go to episode directory and look at all the different titles, and you'll be amazed at all the different things we've discussed and all the different experts we've had on to discuss such a wide variety of subjects, not just with the use of ozone, but in just about any kind of natural method of treating anything. We always try to offer solutions, not problems. I think I took almost 15 minutes for that. You want me to answer any questions?
If there is, let me see. I have to see if there are questions here, and I don't know where it comes from. Let me see. I have to pick here, but you know, it's very different today as my regular YouTube, and I'm not seeing anyone here asking questions. So if you want to ask questions, since you are already in the Zoom, you can unmute, or do you have that capability to unmute? However, yeah. Okay.
Well, they can also ask questions in chat.
Yes, it's here. Still, let me see. Some people raise hand, but how do I see it here? Hang on.
If you click on chat, they can ask a question. They can print a question out in chat as well. We've got over 30.
Zoom, you have the chat in the Zoom? Hang on.
Yeah, you should.
Can you see the hands?
Yes.
Yeah. Click on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if they click on more.
Just a minute, sir. There's a hand to the left of your screen.
Yes.
Person who wants to ask questions. But I just want to know the website of where I can get the information.
Okay. Well, my radio show, I like to send people there because there they get a huge amount of information on each and every show, particularly the shows that I've done on ozone therapy. The show that I've done just this past Thursday is an encore show. Everything you want and need to know about ozone therapy. I repeat it periodically because this way people don't have to go hunt way, way, way back. And right now it's archived. Well, they air it several times a day for an entire week. If you just go to episode directory. So you can go to Google and in the search bar, just put in Functional Medicine with Dr. Robbins. Functional Medicine with Dr. Robbins. That'll take you to a web page. And in the middle of the page, it says Functional Medicine, big print. And then underneath in small print, you'll see my name, Dr. Robbins.
Yes.
If you click on that, it goes right to that web page. So you don't have to hunt. And then on the right-hand side, it says episode directory. And if you go to episode directory, just go to the show that I just currently did, an encore. everything you want and need to know about ozone therapy. And you'll get a wealth of information
Okay.
there.
We have to move on. And the next question is, how often do you recommend someone who is pretty healthy to do ozone therapy? That's the question.
That is the best. If you want to, the key, as you pointed out, Dr. Maria, at the very beginning of the show, is to grow old and be well. To grow old and be well.
Thank you.
And the way to grow old and be well is to cleanse, detoxify, boost your immune system, and live a healthy lifestyle. Well, what we have about, and I've already tried to figure it out, probably about 3% of all the people I see, unfortunately, that's how low it is, come in just wanting to grow old and be well, apparently very healthy. What we recommend is they come in once a year and do a dozen treatments, which will cleanse, detoxify, boost their immune system, so they can fight things off and grow old and be well. Not one person that I've treated has come down with any kind of viral illness since all this began. And that's well over 350 people. It's like winning Powerball 350 times in the worst city, in the worst state, in the worst part of this particular viral issue that we're suffering from. Okay. So it's showing that it can prevent and treat these problems so effectively and so well.
Very good. Thank you for that. And is ozone effective for treating a compressed spinal cord?
No. Yes. So the answer to the no part is it won't decompress the spinal cord. On the other hand, if you're doing chiropractic or osteopathic adjustment or physical therapy that's going to elongate, or Alexander technique that might elongate the spinal cord and help in the decompression, then you can do prolo ozone therapy. In prolo ozone therapy, we give a little local injection into the discs that are involved with the compression that are inflamed, either where they're bulging or where they're compressed. And this can help in the repair and the de-inflammation of the disc. So it's amazingly beneficial in helping, helping along the way with the pain and suffering that comes from the compression.
Okay. So next question. Thank you so much. Next question, Myrna. How does, this is from Myrna. How does injection compare to ozone sauna, the whole cat? And how often for healing from viral infections, such as, I don't want you to go into this one because she did mention COVID. Our video is taken down because we mentioned COVID. So maybe we can just explain about these comparisons to whole cat. And I will explain to her later on. Yeah.
Well, just so you should know, we have Hocket in my office in the city. We use it. The patients absolutely love it. And I want to say that it does 7 different therapies at the same time, including transdermal ozone. So it goes into your body through the skin. It's all the different therapies in there that are beneficial. Unfortunately, if you have a very serious viral infection of any kind, it isn't going to on its own eliminate it. You need intravenous medicine to really do that. There are patients that have impossible veins. They're just no superficial veins at all to use. They don't wish to get what's called a PICC line put in. So there's no way to give them intravenous medicine, in which case then all we have is Hocket. And then they can do home care as well. What we call rectal insufflation and ozone enema, and vaginal insufflation and ozone douche, as well as drinking ozonated water. So there are ways to help people with no veins at all. But you can't compare Hocket to IV ozone therapy, almost, other than the weaker versions of IV ozone therapy, like major autohemotherapy, MAH. I think that a Hocket is probably as good as an MAH therapy, in my opinion.
Thank you. And plus, they don't have to have the vein.
That's right. And that's the best part about Hocket. But you can do a direct IV ozone and 30 minutes later go into and do a Hocket. And it's an amazing way to use both treatments the same day and get amazing benefits from it. Patients walk out of there just feeling wonderful.
Thank you. I think the rest of the questions are answered except one on cancer. I can talk to them directly, and because they do not want us to say anything about that either. And then don't say it, please. I want this video to be on. And then Medicare covers this. I don't think so. We have that. Yeah.
No, it's not.
All cash-based.
Ozone therapy is not a standard of care therapy. It is literally, and I don't make this up, an illegal act to bill an insurance company for anything other than medical standard of care treatments. It doesn't matter what state you live in. The laws are really pretty clear. If it's standard of care, you can bill it. If it's out of the standard of care, even though you may have been billing and getting money, it's an illegal act according to our attorneys. So no, Medicare doesn't allow you to bill it at all. But what's the difference? If you have no other way of getting well, what difference does it make? You have to get well so you can grow old and be well. Otherwise, you'll be using your Medicare in a nursing home.
Exactly. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Howard Robin. I really appreciate this time that you spend with us, so that hopefully in the future we can talk again a little bit longer, but time's up. And thanks so much, and happy holiday to you.
Happy, healthy New Year to everybody. And if they have any questions, let them call my office. They'll give them my cell number. It's
Yes.
212-581-0101, 212-581-0101.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye now.
Bye now. Bye. Okay, let me see. I have to go to, what do I need to do now is share again. So we go to the next one. Share screen option.